Guys, we've got some huge news. Today we found out that GM finally confirms and trademarks the C8 Zora name. Let's go. Guys and gals, I am super excited to announce this brand new International Motor Racing Research Center 2024 C8 Z06 with the Z07 performance package that you can now win on Brink of Speed. Now, because you are Brink of Speed watchers, for a limited time, they are offering 50% bonus tickets because you watch my channel. So the way you enter to win this car is you click on one of these entries here. You'll see the BOS 50 in there. That will be linked in the pinned comment and the description below. Fill out all of this information here, click continue, fill out your credit card information, and you are all entered to win. Now, as you will see, this is a ceramic matrix gray Z07 Z06 with a red stripe, and you will see that it has the red interior. It is absolutely beautiful. So I am excited about this new one. Good luck, and I cannot wait to see who wins. All right, guys, so I want to talk about the Zora, but first of all, let me update you on the E-Ray and the check engine light. I still have not been able to get into my dealership. Apparently they are pretty swamped, so I'm still waiting to hear back from them. But in the meantime, I'm still enjoying this car. As you know, the OnStar lady told me take it in within 7 days. That happened last Friday, so I've still got all the way till this Friday to take it in. So hopefully I will be getting it in soon, but in the meantime, the electric motor is working just fine. So that loose connection may not be super loose. It just might have been loose enough to trigger the check engine light, or really what it is a check motor light. So, thought you guys would like that. Anyway, back to the Zora. So there's been a lot of people out there that have said, no, I don't think the Zora is coming. I think that's what the ZR1 is. And now we know for a fact that there are both ZR1 and Zora, because with the latest teaser videos from GM, we know that they are stating this is the new ZR1. And now we have an article from both Corvette Blogger and GM Authority that GM is trademarking the name Zora as of the beginning of June for some reason in Mexico. Don't ask me why it's in Mexico. There may be a great explanation for that, and people down in the comments will probably let me know. But they are trademarking the name Zora in Mexico. And by the way, for those of you who do not know what Zora is, let me explain. So the Z06 is the first of its kind for Corvette. It came out with a 5.5 liter flat plane crank V8, and the difference between a flat plane crank and cross plane crank, easiest way to describe is the cross plane crank is a lower revving with a lot more torque V8 and a low rumble sound coming out of the exhaust. And a flat plane crank is a high revving, lower torque, high pitch sound coming out of the exhaust because of the high RPM. So a cross plane crank is going to rev to about 6,500 and a flat plane crank to 8,600. So that's what they put in the Z06. Now the ZR1, we are figuring, has a LT6 flat plane crank V8 and also a couple of turbos on there. So we're going from the Z06 having 670 horsepower to probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 to 850 horsepower with those twin turbos on the LT6. Now the Zora, on the other hand, is going to be a combination of that car and this car that I'm driving right now. So this amazing E-Ray with the LT2 and the front motor, giving it a total of 655 amazing beastly horsepower. is going to go into the Zora. So that front motor that has 160 horsepower is going to be attached to the front of the Zora, and the rear is going to be putting out probably 8 to 850. So you're going to figure anywhere from 960 to 1,010 combined horsepower. This car is ridiculous. Even though it's not broken in, I can go to the 3,500 RPM range and have zero problems before I break this in by getting on it. So this car is so much fun. But imagine this, imagine all of this, but the LT6 in the rear with twin turbos on it. Unbelievable what this Zora is going to do. So back to what GM did. They trademarked the name Zora. So what that tells us is we now know for a fact that we are getting a final, probably final iteration of the Z8, and it's going to be called a Zora. Now, there could be a Grand Sport in between the ZR1 and Zora, or there could be a Grand Sport after the Zora. Most likely it'll be between ZR1 and Zora though, and we will get the Zora at the very end. So I hope this gets everyone super excited as it did me this morning. Thank you, Caleb Smith, for the information. I would have seen it on Corvette Blogger later, but he made sure I saw it right first thing this morning. He sent me the news, and I hugely appreciate that. That's what I love about the amazing Brink of Speed community. They make sure if I haven't seen something that they get it out to me right away so I can get one of these videos out to you right away. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of this news. For all of those doubters out there thinking that there was not going to be Zora and a ZR1, this, unfortunately for you, proves that you were incorrect, and that all of us out there saying that we were going to get both a ZR1 and Zora were correct. So this is, again, phenomenal news. I cannot wait for the ZR1 to get here, and I cannot wait for the Zora to get here even more, even though I believe that the Zora is most likely going to be a very, very difficult car to buy. It is probably going to be very limited production. I think the ZR1 will have a much higher production. Hopefully they do 2 to 3 years of ZR1s and at least 1 to 2 years of Zoras. Well, of course 1 year, but maybe we'll get lucky and they'll do a couple years of Zoras. So I think that's going to do it. Again, leave me comments down below letting me know what you think of this news. Give this video a big thumbs up. I hope every one of you has a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you guys out on the road.